Everyone's holding their breath here for a big explosion.
And we are back for another episode of Dead Last Cycling. This week's race was the last in the Level Up series, and I wanted to make sure I went out with a bang.
Alright, here we go, fellas. Queen's Highway after party. I'm gonna put the kiss of death on myself. For once, my legs actually feel pretty good. Now, what that probably means is, I'm getting dropped on the first climb. And we've got a lot of climbs today. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and then the big one. Oh.
Any way you slice it, this is a hard route. With 6 laps around Harrogate, it's death by 1,000 cuts, with each climb asking just a little bit more of you until you're redlining, and that's all before an after party, which none of us actually want to attend.
So look, the tactics for today are obvious. We've got to spend as little watts as possible on this circuit, and then biblical watts on the after party. Thermonuclear, Marc Pedon Dauphiné-esque.
If you don't get the reference, to put it simply, I needed to race smart today and then lay it all on the line up the after party, which to be fair, is basically how I raced this route last time, but on that occasion, it didn't work out.
We raced this about a month ago. We got our hearts absolutely broken in the last 100 meters. No! I don't expect to be able to repeat that performance of a podium, but the goal today is me against me. I'd like to set a PR on the climb, and I'd like to break some power records. Whether or not I can get that done, I don't know. But yeah, this is me against me, guys.
That heartbreaker had been the final Cat C race for the channel, so going into it, I knew that most people in the race couldn't stay with me up the final climb. Now in today's race, with the big hitters of Cat B, I wasn't expecting, or planning, to ride nearly everyone off my wheel, but after what has felt like perhaps an underperformance or two, as well as slight tactical blunders thrown in, for today, I wanted to make sure I raced smart and got the most out of myself that I could.
Got a new fan, testing out the Cyc Plus F1 fan. I've got that position behind, so I've got the VacMaster smashing me in the face, and the Cyc Plus one smashing me in the back, getting tag teamed by air. Hopefully helps keep me cool, keep the heart rate down, but we'll see.
We're actually back to regularly scheduled programming in the UK for the moment, and it was raining and not particularly warm during the race, but when it comes to indoor cycling, the answer to how much cooling you need is always more. Back to the race though, we'd completed the first lap of the day and were sinking our teeth into the second, but given that it was only the second F6, things were pretty tame for now.
So very demanding route, this one. But it asks the same of you as it does everyone you're racing.
I'll say this every week if I need to, these races are hard for everyone. Nobody, unless it's today's Focaccia on his Smurf account, gets around them for free. You've just got to stick with the pedals, stay disciplined, and wait for your moment.
There we go, guys, 2 climbs down. Keeping it controlled. Need to get a drink on this downhill. Mouth is dry.
2 climbs in, and for once, my legs still felt pretty good, despite someone in the race getting a little bit of an unfair advantage.
How's that guy got an aero? Wait, how the hell, how does that guy have an aero? It's cheating. Meant to be no power-ups on this mount. Gonna have to call the police on that one.
Now rest assured, the authorities have been notified, and I'm told that as we speak, Eric Min has a crack team in place ready to swoop in and confiscate the Zwift Play controllers from whoever that was. A little harsh because an aero on descent where nobody was pedaling probably didn't make any difference, but I don't make the rules, and I must say, with the end of this level up series, assuming we're back to the normal power-ups in the next series, I'll really miss the level playing field of racing without them. Granted, I would have very much enjoyed getting a feather to use on the final climb of today's race.
I expect this to get progressively harder each lap. Because my legs don't feel wooden this week, but aerobically this is getting hard already. Heart rate's getting up there.
Like I was saying before, this is a race that slowly gets harder and harder, and one way you can really see that is your heart rate getting higher with each progressive effort and recovering less on each descent.
This is about racing smart, guys. I'm not the strongest person in here. I'm probably not even one of the 10 strongest people. So if I can't race harder, I gotta race smarter.
Now usually, as you guys know, I'm a bit of a chatty Cathy during these races, but with the race progressively ramping up and having my try-hard hat on even more so than usual, I was locked in and focused on ticking off more laps, which we were able to start doing.
There we go, 3 climbs done. 3 more to go in the big one. Oh.
More or less halfway home, or at least halfway to the real suffering, and I thought we might see an upping of pace.
This one might be the one where people smell weakness.
People were definitely starting to get more and more interested, and right on cue, someone decided to make a move off the front, but that wasn't any concern to me.
Not my race to chase, but that is naturally pushing things along. So I've got to be a bit careful here.
With 2 people off the front, things could get spicy if people were asleep into the final little punch of the lap. So I kicked hard to make sure I wasn't caught napping and left chasing on, which thankfully brought me comfortably towards the front as things bunched together.
4 down.
2 to go, and the after party.
That one was much harder. We might see that each lap now. A little bit harder each lap. I gotta breathe, fellas. I gotta breathe. Legs aren't killing me yet, but doesn't matter if the deload of the legs. The heart can only pump so much blood.
My legs still felt pretty good, loose even, as opposed to the usual concrete-like tightness that sets in about 30 seconds after a race starts. But as you can tell by my heart rate, whilst my mind and legs were locked in, I'm still not quite working in perfect harmony. But soon, it was another lap down.
One more and then the big one. Might get some people attacking on this last one. Trying to go long, one of the light boys. There we go, leveled up, animal print.
Boom, just like that, the big goal of the day had been ticked off. Animal print kits unlocked. Everything from here was a bonus. I could finally relax, and the pace was relaxing a little too.
Everyone's holding their breath here for a big explosion. Come on, please.
Now, in a race like this, when basically there's just a brutal final climb left, the calm before the storm if you will, and maybe I'm alone in this, but I start to get a little anxious. It's not necessarily a bad anxious, it's that excitement and trepidation you get before you're about to step onto the field and lay it all on the line. You know it's going to hurt and hurt like hell, but that's what you came for, and what you don't know is if you're going to have what it takes to see it through to the end. Because whilst winning and medals are great, ultimately it's did you give it everything? Did you leave it all on the field or put it all into the pedals? And with just the final descent left before the after party, we were all about to find out if we had it today. I hit this first steep section with one very clear plan. Go hard and do not get gapped. I needed to be on someone's wheel across the flatter middle section, and for the most part, I was right where I wanted to be. Perhaps slightly further back than I wanted to be, but I had the means of moving up, and as people started to let the wheel go in front of me and gaps opened, I needed to do just that. Back fully in the draft, what little draft you get at 6 to 7%, I was in position. From here, it was just going to be about fighting with myself to stay committed to the effort and burying myself up to the finish line. First podium in Cat B.
Yes! Yes! I'm pleased with that, guys. I don't know if I set any PRs, but I stuck with the climb. It was hurting real bad, and I just kept pushing and kept pushing. So I'm proud of myself. I didn't quit on myself. Chapeau to everyone else. Good race, hard race.
I didn't quite set any PRs. I was a few seconds off my best climb and a few watts off my best power, but when I set those numbers, it had been a perfect storm and one that didn't end positively. Today's race ended on a massive high.
As always, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, I will be very grateful. And I'll see you guys next time.